Okay, we should be live. Let's see. So today I want to try out BlitzJS, and I heard very good things. And so, yeah, I just figured that I can try and live stream in the meantime. So yeah, try under 5 minutes. Let's see. I think I did this part already, so let me get a shell and okay, I'm in an empty directory. Do I have my BlitzJS? Okay, so Blitz new, and I'm gonna call it Joy. That's the lowercase. Pick from a library, final form. Okay, so it seems that it's working. Let's see in the okay, so I'm just gonna run it, localhost 3000, join your community, this and that. Okay, next step. And then we have a tutorial. Learn how to make page, file system routing, database. Here is a mutation. Okay, and they have also generated for scaffolding. Cool. Still building. Let me see in the meantime. I should probably have Twitter here so I can. See what's going on. Did I tweet? Oh, cool. All right. Okay, so this worked. So cdxjoy, blitzdev. And I'm going to open a new window here because I like Chrome a little bit better. Okay, it seems that we are up and running. Localhost 3001. So do I have anything working? Oh yeah, probably. Oh man. Let's kill a bunch of Docker stuff. Okay. And let me actually rerun this because I don't want to have conflicts. Okay, good. Okay, so BlitzDev. And here we have localhost 3000 back in action. Localhost 3000. Cool. So here we have a nice page that I'm sure I can edit. Documentation, repo. Okay, this is good. GitHub, Discord, nice. Sign up and login. Okay, autocomplete. This is from test that I did probably a million times. Login page. Okay, so this is really basic. There is no kind of no UI. Everything has to be done. Let's have a look at what's going on the network. Actually, let me close this one. Localhost. Okay, so for Google Analytics, oh, that's pretty weird, right? They are sending analytics somewhere. Oh no, but wait. This might be my own test, um, my own stuff. So let's clear everything before we claim. Yeah, see, I had a bunch of things. Storage, local storage. Okay, now everything is clean. Go back to the network. Okay, let's see. Okay, so they have a sort of anonymous authentication, CSORF, public data token. Yeah, we'll see what it is. Okay, cool. Let me try a sign up and we'll see. Um, okay, they are testing an email. Um, see +1, Saasform.tab. I'm going to use a real one. We see what happens. Oh, passwords with 10 characters. Wow, pretty long. Nice. So user ID 1, a role. So they have a concept of roles as well. Let's have a look what happened in the difference. So we did the sign up. This was a call to the API. So they have an API. Pretty cool. The response had a cookie. Okay, now the session token is no longer authenticated, is no longer anonymous. Yeah, they removed the anonymous session. Okay, let's have a look from a. Okay, now yeah, we are on localhost, so nothing can really be secure. Cool. Yeah, I'm curious to test the production later on. Okay, username and password clearly clear. Nice. I'll start a server and go to projects. Okay, there is nothing in project. Yeah, because we have to generate a bunch of things. Okay. Guess we can go back to the tutorial. So let's have a look quickly. Blitz -v, Blitz new. This is what we did. This is the structure. Let's open and see the structure. It's a lot of things. Application. Here we have the API, which is empty. Auth. A bunch of things for auth. Let's have a look at one. Okay, these are session create. Nice. Development server, Blitz dev. This is what we done. Sign up a user. This is what we just did. Now we can go on to follow the tutorial app pages index, and so yeah, they recommend modify this part. So user info is that one. This is a lot of things. Okay, so the page automatically reload. If I log out, okay, can log in. All user, good. Database setup, Blitz Prisma Studio. Let's take a look at the Prisma Studio. Okay, so open a model, user. Here we have my user. Maybe I can change. I don't know. Hash password. This is interesting. It's probably base 64 encoded. Then what do we have? Session. There is one session. Public data is only user ID and role. Yeah, nice structure. And tokens, I don't know what it is yet. Okay, so let's continue. Scaffolding code for our model. We have generate, and we can generate some question. Oh wow, it generated a bunch of things. Generate the migration, yes please. Question. I assume it will supply the migration. Oh. We're going to generate a choice belongs to question. Something went wrong. It's missing. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have to modify the model first, and then I can do the migration. Okay. So now let's see, the model is here. This one, no, these are pages, sorry. So DB, this is the actual DB. Here's the question. Nope. Where is the model? DB is schema previous one. Nice. And now we can run the migration. Blitz console. So let's give it a try. Okay. Let's create a question. Nice. Okay. I guess even if I don't try the update, it works. We generate a code and the model. Okay, so the question list. So jump over to the question page. There is an index page. Where we have a list. Okay, so let's see first if we can already see something like that. Okay, there is an arrow. So probably I'm skipping some steps. Okay, so there is a generated file. There is some name here, but name does not exist. And so we are going to change it with text because we call it text. Okay, next let's apply the form, same thing on the form, text and text. Components form. Text, 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 good. Create question is in mutation. Somewhere here we have the name, should be text. Then we have the update. Again, it's the text. Okay, so there's quite some work to, if one is not using the default, but this way at least we understand where everything is placed. All right, so it's basically saying to restart. So, oh yeah, probably everything was broken, right? Okay, what's new is the one, create a question. Hello. Let's see, let's update this one. What's up, like before. And then let's go to the question, to the low delete. Nice, okay. Everything is working as expected. Okay, so this part is about adding the choices. I don't think I'm really too much interested in that. Okay, let's see this one. We can add tailwind or Chaka. Oh wow. Let's give it a try. Okay, so now here are the CSS. Okay, yeah, much nicer. Button is nice. Well, questions. Yeah, it's a little bit more less readable, but I guess also overall a little bit nicer. Okay, so let's skip to the next things. This is what next. Okay, so this is the part that I'm interested in, built-in authentication. Material UI also. Let's also learn about the trade-offs, framework lock-in, multi-client API. Symbol 200. Want free stickers? Yeah. Well, I guess I can fill it in after. So let's see if I can learn more about the authentication pages, redirect, etc. Overview. Cool. So they are using super token library. Clearly they have session management. See authorization. Okay, so if I want, let's see, let me go here. Let me log out first. Let me now go to questions. Okay, question is redirected to the login. And this is because the page questions as this authenticate equal to true. So if I remove this one, then I can see the questions. No. Do I have to restart maybe? Or probably the get question. Something else is requiring authentication. So this is probably not sufficient. Oh no, wait, I changed the wrong page. I should have changed this one. Nope. This one. Let's try also this one. Okay, for some reason this one works. Yeah, there is an authentication error. Okay. Yeah, anyway, something is somehow partially working. And in any case, what was important here is that we need authentication to access this page. Perfect. Okay, so let's continue. Redirect logged in users. We can change. Unauthorized, they go back to user. Is authorized. This is very interesting to me. So we have somewhere BlitzConfig.js, and we have a session middleware. Let's see it here. There it is. Okay, so they have a simple role is authorized. And we can possibly, interesting. This way we can separate pages between admin and not admin. Cool. Let's see this one. Use session. So this is use authenticated sessions. Okay. And we have the third-party login. Let me actually skip that, and I want to read this first. How to impersonate other users. Impersonation is... Okay, so this is... It's actually a nice use case. Okay, so let's see. Add the PassportJWT API route. So we need new API route. Okay, so this is something we have to create outside, inside API. And you have already a passport auth. You can define a strategy. So yeah, probably the best approach for me is to use one of these and use the JWT. Strategy. Okay, so this is like a middleware where it's going to generate a session. Right, so in the function done, so by calling done and the public data, this is probably passed to the session. Yeah, and the rest should work because it's implemented. Redirect tool, okay. It's the authenticate option to pass to Twitter. Okay, yeah, this is pretty nice. Let's see if we can make it work. So first I have to create this one. Okay, so now we have created the file in the wrong place. It's kind of a weird name, but still don't understand if it's the right name or if it should be just Twitter. Compiled successfully. Okay, so if I want to get the JWT strategy here, is this gonna even work? Well, here we have, okay, new JWT strategy. We have this. It's kind of interesting. Let's see. Here we want some options. Whoop. And the option or something like this one. And then we have our cookies structure, which I'm not sure it's gonna work. So let's probably do a console of the request just to see it. Actually, let's do this. Cookie extractor. Request.cookie. Okay. So we have the cookie extractor. We have the option. We need a key. I'm just going to use this one. It's going to fail anyway, but it doesn't really matter at this point. And we have a strategy. So we see if this is allowed. So the thing is, how do I get to that one? So according to the documentation, there is a strategy name called something, and I assume it's going to be JWT. We will see it soon. So the button for Twitter, this is the logic was this one. Okay, so let's give it a try. We can go into the index page. There is a login somewhere. Now this is the index of the login. We have the login with Saasform. Yeah, I'm unclear what's going to happen. So login with Saasform. This page could not be found. Okay, cannot resolve password-jwt, so this is good. Yeah, and JWT strategy requires a verify callback. Very good. So, oh, this is probably the thing that we did before. Here we have, this one is the verify callback. We don't need a lot because the verification should all be done automatically. Let's try again. Oh, nice. Cookie extraction. Okay, perfect. So the cookie clearly didn't find anything because we didn't add anything. Okay, so now it's time for Saasform. Okay. Okay, so last time I was here in the demo. I modified the demo already, so today what we need to do is to take a look at the Docker Compose for Saasform, because Saasform is typically launching its database, Saasform itself, but also a demo, and the demo is on port 3000. So this is something we want to remove because otherwise it's going to collide with the main. Okay, now I can Docker Compose up. Okay. From the database, no migrations because we did them in the other video. And so now I'm going to open localhost 7000, which is Saasform. Enjoy. This is something we have created already. Let's see. So I don't remember any user that I created, so I'm just going to create test2. Okay, so now, oh, it's already registered. Funny. So let's do a test3. Cool. So now we are sent to localhost. Clearly here there is no validation. We should have sent to JWT. So now I'm going to try. Actually, let's take a look at what's going on here. So we are localhost 3000, and now there are a bunch of things. There is the BlitzJS sessions, but there is also the Saasform JWT token. Nice. So now if I try this one, it's still unauthorized, and we can take a look. But now the JWT token is here. Okay, so one reason certainly that the key is not like we put a random key here. So let's get the key from Saasform. What was it? Oh, v1. Okay, so there is a \n at the beginning, so it's kind of a weird situation here. Okay. Nice. Let's see, it's going to work immediately or not. Internal server error, wow. Oh, this is nice. Okay. So here the JWT essentially was correctly verified. And so now we have some other issue of some sort. So here is saying failed to serialize the user authentication, the user failed to serialize user into session. Okay. So now let's do this. Let's expand this function. All right. So we are going to go back to the documentation because I want to take this function. Okay, so this is pretty interesting because okay, so this is the Twitter strategy token secret. Oh, so this is probably coming from the JWT strategy, all right? Oh, how interesting. Our public data is written in a different way. Okay, so yeah, we definitely have to fix that. So let's take a sync function here. So we don't have this. This is the JWT payload. And next, we're going to have close and close. Right? And we have to end the function with call to done. Okay, so this is a much better indentation. Done is called is not return, and they wanna this syntax for the public data. So what we can do here is console log JWT pilot. We can actually just probably use this syntax here, and here we have the public data in between parentheses. Okay. Let's take a look again. Internal server. Okay, cool. So the JWT payload was open, and so here we see my email. So we are getting a step forward. So what we have, oh, because probably they have a particular format that they want, like user ID, roles, and source. So let's try to be a little bit more so this is the payload.id. We don't have a role, so we're probably just going to move user. And then we have the source. We can put Saasform. And then we can try to add additional parameters like username, user email. I don't know what's going to happen on those, but let's try again. Let's clean. Oof. Internal server error. Nice. Okie dokie. Failed to serialize user into session. Okay. So maybe okay, so maybe we can do like they are doing. We can do a const email equal to jwt.email, jwt payload.email. Name is going to be jwt.username. It's optional. When we create, can we create with our ID? I guess it's probably the reason why it's not working. Yeah, let's test this one. So this is gonna get the email from Saasform, create a user in the database with the same email, and basically passing some public data. Let's try again. We failed again. Let's see the database though. What was connect? Browse, the help. Studio. Users. So the user was created from Saasform. It doesn't have any password. That's fine. Okay, so the user has ID number 2 here. And then I can probably try to create it with the same ID as in Saasform, so maintain consistency. But yeah, back to us. So I think maybe this is the problem. I don't have to. I cannot find arbitrary data. I assume the source, I can add it, but no. So it seems that it's arriving pretty far in the process. Or maybe source should be something already known. Let's have a look again. Serialize user into session, okay. So somehow we need to figure out that part. Here we have a not zero strategy. Again, they take from email, they throw an issue. Create or not create. Let's try this. So here we should be in a pretty good state, because let's try again this one, but in theory. And the final, oh, undefined. Is it going to be important? No, here it was not. So it's probably the same. Yeah, public data is good. Okay, so we remain with this doubt why the public data is not working. So I guess at this point we should essentially create the full So let's see just one another thing. So here the ID is 4, right? So if we go into this one and we delete this user, okay, oops. Okay, so user is deleted. So now if I create the user, ID now, ID, ID, yeah, let's see what's happening. Okay, so the ID can be preserved by Saasform, which is pretty good. And we still have the same issue with the name is going to be a unique. That might be another issue because we are not passing null correctly, I guess, in Saasform. Let's see the schema for the user. Schema. And I think this is a bug in that we want to fix, right? Yeah, name is string, it's optional. So I assume it, oh no, it's not unique. Email is unique. Okay, so they don't care about uniqueness of the name. But I think this is a good thing to, generally speaking, add to Saasform. Let's file a minor bug here. Sign up without a username. username null in the DB. Okay. Current behavior, JWT token contains empty username. Expected behavior should contain username null. Okay. This way, yeah, we can distinguish properly. Okay. Username, say null username is set as empty string in JWT token. Cool. Okay, so here I think we are in a very good spot here. Essentially, what's going on? We have an authentication system. So Blitz supports strategies and the JWT strategy, so we can validate the JWT token. We arrive here cleanly because the key is correct. We saw before that the incorrect key is not working. We get the email, we get the ID. We can do it even better like this. Okay, or even equal JWT. Okay. We can create the user or update the user from the data, and the ID is preserved. For some reason, we have an issue in creating the final public data. What do I have to rerun it? Oh, but wait, this is my doubt. I think let's give it a test before giving up. So fail to serialize user into session. Okay, so we can have a look now. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, but this is password. Wait. Wait one. I see. So this is probably some sort of indicator serialize user. For some reason, there is something wrong in the code stack because I think Passport is trying to do something that shouldn't be doing. So if I go to our documentation, I think somewhere we had the session false. How do we get the same feature? There a return, I don't know if the logic changes slightly. Nope. But this is an issue, I guess. Let's see the JWT strategy documentation. Strategy. Nice. Option and verify. Verify is the function that we were doing. This is essentially what we have done. From the request. Okay, this is the extractor. This is the part that I don't know how to achieve. We can try to throw an exception. No. Nope. Oops. Oops. Was a too intense error. It's sad because we are so close. So more a bunch of console log. There is the JWT session that is doing something wrong here. We can try as a last resort to see if anyone complained in the documentation. So let's go to Blitz. Oh, I have a user. Let's go to Blitz open source repo. And let's see if anybody complained about the JWT strategy. No, this one is a different level. Yeah, I guess the other alternative is to check somewhere else in the code. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's go back to the home page. Anonymous session token. Oh, this is not a Git repo. Oh, this is also just a compile library, so there's not much we can do, I see. Yeah, no, we should look here. Let's see for the same thing. Oh, wow. Hash token, session token. Okay, so here we have a cookie. Actually, let's open this in the editor. I'm going to be faster. No, this is not available, so need to use this one. So let me find it again. Session token. Okay, so this is the function get session kernel. Session token. So let's try to get the session token handle parse session token. Okay, so this would be essentially another possible way to it's going to be much more complex because there is all the logic from super token. But session token is just the cookie, right? So oh, but because this is not a JWT. No. Two bases in 64 of this. No. So yeah, here in theory, we should completely rewrite this to support. It's gonna be bad. All right, so let's get back to summarize. So here we have a relatively simple function. So we have a password-jwt strategy. We need to define a public key, which is given by Saasform, an extractor function that extracts the cookie. These are the options for the JWT strategy. So we define the strategy, and this is the success function that essentially is gonna extract ID and email, retrieve or create a user with the create, and we tested that we can essentially use the same ID from Saasform into BlitzJS. And finally, currently we are stuck here because we have some public data, but the public data is it's probably passed correctly, but I think the JWT strategy is not completing and is causing some weird issues that I'm going to investigate offline. Other than that, I think it was a good, an interesting framework. So pretty nice. This BlitzJS, they did a lot of awesome work. And yeah, definitely we'll study more the authentication system. With this, I guess